Hey everyone, this is Doughboy24 here. Just wanted to make a quick video on what I learned through the process of recording my first gameplay of Hogwarts Legacy. So, this was the first game that I decided to use as a launch for my YouTube channel on the recording process um, since I started this in 2023. So, unfortunately, um, I did end up playing and recording the video a couple months after Hogwarts came out, even though I did buy it day one. I got a little sidetracked with playing. My friends were all like, "Oh my gosh, it's great! You need to play it," and I took a while, but I finally got into it. So, recorded a whole bunch of footage. Turns out it's not best to record 6 hour long footage because it's a pain to edit, as I've learned. But that's what I want to share with everyone. So, kind of how I started was, setting up OBS, setting up a microphone, getting all the sources good so I could find the right tuning, and then also with, where I wanted my headshot camera to be so I didn't cover up a lot of the gameplay and everything, and then the audio. So I didn't really play too much with a lot of that stuff, which kind of just slapped it together based off a couple of quick videos that I kind of saw and learned and went to recording. So as I recorded and now watching back and uploading through the editing, I really want to share, like I said, I want to share what I've learned through this process. There's a lot of things I didn't take into consideration at first, and I do recommend people that if they're going to start out, if they're going to start recording things, they do pay attention to this right away. Um, I don't know why I just overlooked it in the videos that I was referring to. So is setting up your filters on a microphone. This was one of the feedback that I got from my subscribers, from my friends, and myself watching the feedback back is your microphone settings, whatever it is, if you have it on just normal, will pick up everything. And unfortunately, that becomes a distraction when you're going back and watching it. So it picked up my breathing at moments. It picked up my yawns, my knuckles cracking. I tried to mute if I sneezed, but sometimes I didn't. So it's really it's really kind of distracting, like I said, when you're going back and watching, and all of a sudden you hear all this like background noise that's just unnecessary. So did some research, got that kind of set up now. I've got filters on my microphone. Hopefully you can kind of tell in this um, video because those are in place and they will be going forward. Um, Also, the editing software, that was a nice learning process for me. I started off with OpenShot. It was one that was free and had some good functionality to it. Once I started breaking up my videos that were over 6 hours of gameplay that I recorded, that started to take a lot of time and become very. Um, I didn't want to do it anymore. I'm sure there's easier ways to do it, and there was one that I I did look at, but it was still just a matter of plugging and playing, removing and everything. And so I didn't want to deal with that. So I looked for another one and I found and ran into DaVinci Resolve, which hands down I would say is very user friendly, but the functionality that came with it, with being able to just parse your video in sections and queue those to where it will render those cues exactly how you want it. So I was able to watch the whole footage, leave it all in one timeline, splice it where I wanted to splice it, add my intro, outro, and then make set points of, I guess this would be start and then finish. So that way I could leave all of that in one timeline, and that would cover as many videos as I needed to break it down into smaller subsets. So that I really found was saved me a lot of time. I could just whip out a good long set and just let it render overnight while I went to bed. So um, I recommend that. I'm not an expert, still learning a lot of it, but I do recommend that starting off because it has a lot of functionality, and especially the free version because it still has nice transitionals that you can use and effects. that I'm going to play more with going forward. But that being said, I just those are kind of the brief things that I learned going forward. I'm going to play with some more features later. I'm going to try with different gameplay. I'm going to try different things. I know the Let me know if there's any games that you would like me to cover and watch. Going forward, I'm gonna keep them at a smaller view size, more of a lunchable type of watch, so that way it's something that can fit in a lunch session. Um, but yeah, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And this is Doughboy24. Thank you again for joining me, and we'll see you in some more videos.